We are Mark and Ruth Oordt. We're from San Antonio, Texas, and we own one location, which is FYZICAL Chavano Park. So I'm retired from the U.S. Air Force after 30 years, and part of the out-processing the Air Force has was a lot of coaching and opportunities, and a franchise coach presented there. And so we were looking for some way that we really could impact our community.
So FYZICAL attracted us because of the emphasis on balance. We both have elderly parents. My mother really could have benefited by something like this, but there just were not people available.
I think that the balance aspect of FYZICAL is one that's very unique, and we've found that to be true, that it is not something that every physical therapy clinic offers. We sought out therapists with an interest and actually a pretty good background already in balance and vestibular disorders, and then expanding into more neurological disorders. And so having a more specialized focus for us has been a key strategy. I think another strategy that we have benefited from is to recognize that being part of a franchise is being part of a community. We have very deliberately and very successfully partnered with the other FYZICAL owners in our city and formed a marketing co-op. While we each have our own individual businesses, we are working together. And I think that's one of the strengths of FYZICAL, is how much of a community the franchise has. When we joined the marketing co-op, we were the fourth owner to join, and they were just hiring their first real liaison under the FYZICAL model. Probably one of the most valuable things was having the liaison that came to visit go and do site visits with our liaison and give her in-the-moment feedback was very invaluable, and I think it helped her skills tremendously. And we had been told through the discovery process that the type of support you get after you sign on the dotted line is no less than what you get during the sales process, and that was absolutely true. Our knowledge of the ins and outs of small business was limited, and so I think the startup team, as well as the ongoing process, has just been very helpful for us. You know, with dedicated teams just to the startup, it is pretty remarkable, but that support continues.
But it is a model that you can make your own. It's not so rigid. It's really dependent on your personality, your therapist's personalities, what they're interested in. But there's enough room in the model to, make your clinic kind of function for your community.
You know, we see patients come in, quite disabled, leave much more functional, and then they bring their spouses, they bring their kids, they bring their neighbors. And so just having that kind of impact on the community is very rewarding. It's filling the purpose that we wanted for this second career, so to speak.
One young man came in, he was using, I think, a walker when he first came in and a cane. And over time, he got to the point that he could walk without any assistive device and was able to walk in his cowboy boots, which was a big thing for him because he has a ranch and he's a PTA. So he knew the value of physical therapy, but his goal was to go back to his doctor who told him that he wasn't going to walk again and say, "Look at me." And that was fun to watch.
The business is going and is growing and is developing like we would expect it to, and that's great, but we would like to see it running at full capacity, which given our square footage is probably about 4 therapists, and we're getting close to that now. I think we would like to be able to see ourselves scaling back to kind of a part-time role running that, and then within the 10 years of our agreement that we would have an exit strategy, but would have a clinic that will continue to serve the community. We'd certainly like to see it continue.